So now that we have written two tests here and we have done and checked that this should return a string, how about we want to make sure that no user should be able to log in with the wrong password? So for example, we can do this by setting up another iteration and say it's gonna be pretty much the same thing. So I can actually copy this and paste it here. So in here, now that we have that, it's signed in, but we want to make sure that when a person logs in with the wrong password, for example, this is a wrong password because we created the user up here with this particular password, and if we enter a wrong password, we should not expect the token to be a string, and also we shouldn't expect it to return 200. So we can then what do we expect it to return when a person returns a wrong password? We expect it to return a 4 or 3. So if a person uses a wrong password, we can expect it to return 4 or 3 as per se here. So, and it should have a message with email or password incorrect. We can actually check for all of those situations. So in here we can say we should expect this to not be a string. So we can check our assertion to see if we can do that. To not be a string. So we'll expect that the token should not be returned, and also we should expect what should we expect again? We can expect that should response dot body dot message to be like should be equal, let it be equal, let's say that message or something, should be equals to that message, which is we can just copy it here. It should equal this message. So now that we have that set up, we'll see that this should be equals to that message, and then we can then run our test. So if we see that everything usually was passing, so we can run our test here again. Sign up, sign in, and you can see all of this is running accordingly, but this name is currently the same name we set up in here. So we can solve that by we say api.signin, let's say first one should be like should be successful, and then should fail when wrong password. So in here we have successfully described our test more clearly, and if we run back our test, we can see exactly which iteration of our test was run. We say we expect that when this should be successful, and we should expect it should fail when wrong password. So we can see that our test is separately, and we can easily test our API. If we make any changes later, we can easily not go to Postman. Instead, we'll just run our test, and it will run that automatically. That's the beauty of automating your test. So now that we have two tests here running for our sign in and sign up, we can also easily create our own test more. But if you can see something here, there's something that we usually do always the same, which was that we did have the same method in here in our before. For example, we're doing a connection here, and then we are also parsing it, we're also passing it, like a done method, and then doing this all over again. You can actually also separate your helper, make this into some helper, and then only call this function, later on.